Dennis Cox sitting in for Adam Gold this afternoon, being joined by the head coach of the Carolina Hurricanes, Rob Brind'Amour. Coach, with 11 games left in the season, I'm curious how you as a coach, you balance we certainly want to win every single game, taking it a game-by-game approach, but also making sure your team is playoff ready and you finding the combinations on the ice that you want. How do you strike that balance as a coach?
Well, it's a great question because you got to keep your foot on the gas. To your point, to make sure you're winning games down here because nothing's guaranteed yet, and then playing the right way. So there's all that, and to your other point about getting the right chemistry and make sure we got the right guys in the right spots. And now that we're kind of getting healthier again, finally got Svesh back, and we'll see how that goes. And potentially at some point, maybe even get Will Carrier back before the end of the season. Not sure yet, but so all that's still up in the air. But I think really to your other, starting point is we just got to keep focusing on day by day here and keep trying to get better.
Do you have that conversation internally in your head about, when somebody does come back, like Svechnikov coming back into the lineup tonight, where does he fit in? Because we've seen Mark Jankowski and Eric Robinson fit really well together. Seems like Taylor Hall and Jesperi Kotkaniemi have something really good going together. It doesn't matter who plays with Jordan Staal and Jordan Martinook. Things seem to go well when those two guys are on the ice. So how do you strike the balance of finding the third guy in that line combination, anticipating guys coming back?
Right. Well, that is, it's a good problem if we're having this issue of trying to fit in a guy like Svesh. I mean, that's a good problem. So I think for him right now, it's more, okay, he's been out for quite a while, so it's, all right, let's ease him back in here, give him a game or two before we really start fiddling with everything else. But if he looks really good, then maybe we start, bouncing him around with where we can, find the best fit for him, because at the end of the day, you got to get your top guys, playing at their height.
Dennis Cox sitting in for Adam Gold. Rob Brind'Amour, the head coach of the Carolina Hurricanes, joining us right now. Rod, I'm also wondering as well, in your mind, is as a head coach who's been there, done this before, trying to incorporate new guys. You've been a new guy in a system before. It's been seamless for Stankoven and Jankowski that the way they've fit in with this team. Do you feel nowadays it's easier for guys to possibly come and move and transition if the system fits them right? Because you've been on that as a player that's been traded before. Yeah. I'm just curious how you've seen those two guys just seamlessly fit in with the squad.
Well, I think at the end of the day, no matter where you're going, if you're willing to work at it, you'll fit in. I mean, that's really the end of the day. You're going to make mistakes and you're going to have a learning curve, but I think if you're willing to do what it takes to win and do the little things, then guys appreciate that, and coaches certainly do, and we understand there's going to be mishaps and like I said, a learning adjustment, but it's that willingness to do it the way the team wants it done. I think that's the biggest way to success and to adapt right away to your new group.
Final question for you, Rob Brind'Amour. Jackson Blake, it's been about 20 games since he has actually scored a goal. I know he had one taken off the board when you guys were out on the West Coast, but he still has been creating opportunities and seems like he's involved in every play and still creating offensive scoring chances. With a young guy like him who hasn't probably in his life ever gone a stretch like this where he hasn't scored, how do you still balance, like, hey, you're creating scoring opportunities, you're right there, while also making sure he doesn't press too much?
Well, I think it's not bringing light to it, really. The more you talk about something like that, the more it's like, in his head. So for me, I know we've all gone through those stretches. Really the key, though, is your other point is he's been playing great, right? Like, he's been creating so much he's making his other line mates better. And so you continue to do that, even if he's not scoring. I think it's just a matter of time. He's had a lot of opportunities, so you're generating that, and you're making your teammates better. That's a plus for sure, and we'll keep pushing them out there.
Rod, good luck tonight. Thanks for your time. Really do appreciate it.
Got it, Dan. See ya.